Hey guys, so today is one of those days that the fatigue from the past week just catches up with me. I've had a shoot this morning and hence I have a full face of makeup, and if you want to see pictures from that shoot, it's actually a style shoot. I'll have them up on my Instagram. So it is lunchtime and I decided to document making my lunch with you guys because I am tired, and then this is my go-to tried and tested recipe for one of those days that either you're tired or, like for me, I'm always hungry. I want something very quick but equally delicious. This is the recipe, and what I'm talking about is tuna pasta salad. Now I've shared this recipe before, like probably 4 years ago, but I actually shared it on Dan's channel. Now Danny Sketch is my videographer and photographer, and we've been working together for a very long time. I've known him since I was in primary school, and we were neighbors, and we went to the same campus, went to the same, like church, like we are boys Mbaya, we are boys Mbaya. So I'll leave a link with his channel so that you guys can go and check out his work. He's an amazing guy. So a few years ago I shared this recipe on his channel, but I wasn't able to upload it on my channel. I'm not even sure I was on YouTube then. I don't think so, I don't know, but it's a tried and tested and delicious recipe, and I hope you guys will like it. So now on the tuna pasta, let me give you guys an example. So let's take chips for example, which is, well, French fries. Almost everybody likes chips, but people have chips in different ways. You find people who like chips with plain salt and that's it. You find people who like their chips maybe with chili or like kachumbari, or you find people who like their chips with just salt and ketchup and that's it. So in that scenario, chips is your like underlying dish, and then now you add your condiments according to your preference. Now this dish is exactly like that, only that you can play around with the condiments and you can also play around with the vegetables. So for condiments, I usually use mayonnaise, and I have a video on how to make homemade mayonnaise. If you haven't checked it out, I'll leave a link in the description box down below. I like to use balsamic, I like to use maybe sometimes soy sauce, so I use whatever I have available. And then when it comes to vegetables, you can also use, like for example, if you have veggies that are in your fridge and are kind of getting old, you can use it for this recipe. You can use them in their raw state, or if you're like me and you loved grilled vegetables, love grilled vegetables, you can add them to this recipe. So it's a very versatile recipe, and you can actually adapt it to what you like or what you have available. So I have everything ready. I've already boiled my pasta. Of course, I'm using canned tuna, and I normally like John West because I think it's just really good. And then I have all my veggies ready and my condiments ready. So let's just mix. And then the good thing with this recipe also, before I forget, you can actually make like a bigger quantity and then just store it in the fridge, and you eat it maybe in the next 2 or 3 days and it'll still be fresh and still very delicious. So let's get mixing. So I'm starting out with my boiled pasta. And then now we proceed to adding other condiments, and then I'm going to add my onions. I love onions. If you guys don't like the whole onion taste in your mouth, then of course you can steam your onions before. I'm just going to add some chili because we love chili in this household. I'm going to add some peas. So these are boiled peas. And then again, as I mentioned with this recipe, it's not a serious recipe. You don't have to follow ratios. You can just wing it, eyeball the quantities that you want. And then I have sweet corn. I love sweet corn. So I'm just going to add that in. Of course, it's already boiled. And then now for the main, one of the main things of course is the pasta, because this is tuna pasta. So as I gave you guys the analogy of the chips, with this recipe the underlying things that you need of course is the tuna and the pasta. And of course in this time of quarantine, having tuna is actually a good idea, because if you're maybe just stuck in the house and maybe you don't have time to go to the butchery, this is your source of animal protein from the comforts of your home. But of course, if you're in the city and you can get people who like deliver meat products, then of course that's also quite good. So I've put 2 cans of tuna. Of course it's plenty, but yeah, I'm in a meaty mood. And then from there we can mix this up, and then I can now start adding my condiments. So of course you can have this slightly warmer, like now if your pasta is straight from the boil, you can just add everything in quickly and then now have it when it's still warm. But I like to have it as a salad, and of course most salads are actually cold. So I have, this is 2 cloves of garlic, and like the onions, if you don't like them raw, you can either steam them or like lightly fry them first before adding them in here. And then I'm going to move to, this is what is this? This is balsamic vinegar. It's about like a tablespoon. And then I have honey. The reason why I'm using honey is to balance off the bitterness of the chili, or rather the spiciness of the chili. And then I have, this is it's, what do you call this? This is sweet honey barbecue sauce. I'm just going to add that there. And then lastly, I have my mayonnaise. This is homemade mayonnaise, and as I'd mentioned before, I have a video up on how to make this. So if you want to give this an attempt, just click on the link in the description box below. I'm just going to add like 2 tablespoons and then just mix that in. So that was my delicious, quick and easy tuna pasta salad. So I'm about to go sit and enjoy. Have a good week and see you in the next one. Bye.